What's happening, YouTube? This is Brian916. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, welcome back to the channel. So recently, I just picked up these angle wrenches from Tekton, and in the process of picking up these wrenches on their website, I came across a lot of new tools that they're going to be releasing this summer that I thought you guys might want to check out. So let's head over here to my computer, and I'm going to show you guys some of the new stuff they got coming out. Alright guys, here we are at Tekton.com. This is their homepage, and I want to show you guys a lot of the new stuff that Tekton is releasing this summer. So they got more tools that they've been releasing. But before we get into me showing you guys some of the new tools that they're releasing this summer, I want to take you guys to About Tekton so you'll know a little bit about the company. So I'm going to go down here to About Us. Okay guys, so here we are in the About Us section of their website, and it says Work Tekton, this is our story. I'm going to just read this little memo here that they put out to get a general idea about their company. It says, we're a family-owned company in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We're dedicated to making the best hand tools you'll ever own, and we start by designing the products that we personally believe in and want to own ourselves. It says, to meet our users' needs, we do a lot of things differently than other tool companies. We hire the best engineers and designers and ask them to focus on putting your dollar where it matters, on functional aspects like using the best materials, refining production processes, and maximizing strength and leverage. Our tools are designed to work better and cost less than the competition, because we realize that tools, like many things, don't have to be expensive to work well. They need to be made well to work well. So I kind of like that little memo that they put out there. I agree 100% that you definitely don't have to buy the most expensive tool just for it to be a quality tool. There's plenty of quality tools out there that's not, extremely overpriced, and that's one of the things that I like about the Tekton tool company. Just a brief history on the word Tekton and where it comes from. So it's actually a Greek word, or ancient Greek word. It means basically master of any craft. So let me go over here to Google and basically look it up for you here. You can see it says the ancient Greek noun Tekton is a common term for an artisan, craftsman, in particular a carpenter, woodworker, mason, builder, or teacher, engineer. So, just like on the website says, basically a master of any craft. So just in case you guys were wondering where the word Tekton or Tekton comes from, that's what it means. Back to their slogan here, it says tools, like many things, don't need to be expensive to work well. They need to be made well to work well. So that's pretty much sums it up. That's very well said. In other words, just because something's expensive doesn't mean it automatically works well. It actually has to be made well to work well. So, so I like that. And then if you happen to live in the Grand Rapids, Michigan area, you can apply to work for their team here. So it looks like they do have opportunities for you to apply and work with them. All right, so moving on, let's look at some of the new stuff that they got coming out. Looks like they got a list of all the new tools that's coming out. So we'll just start with the 6-point sockets here, and then we'll work our way down. So you can see the new release coming this summer. So they do got like some new sets coming out, socket sets. Let's click on one of these. This is a 1/4-inch drive set, and see if we could notice any differences in this set. So I'm not exactly sure what the difference is in this set. Maybe you guys know. Maybe they didn't have a set that has SAE and metric together. Maybe they were selling them separately. but now you can get a whole set together with possibly, and then you can see they got their new ratchet design in the sets as well. So I believe that probably is the difference. So let's move on and take a look at some of the other sets. Let's take a look at this set right here that's coming this summer. So what do we have in here? Of course it's black, so it's going to be the Imperial size. It's usually color coded. Black is the SAE or Imperial measurements, and then the red is usually the metric measurements. So it looks like a pretty complete SAE set from 5/32 all the way to 9/16. And of course they got the new ratchet design in there and a couple of extensions in there. So I mean, it's a pretty decent set. So we got this as a new item coming this summer, and then of course the same exact thing on the metric side. Now this is a 3/8 drive 6-point socket and ratchet set. You can see it also has a breaker bar in there. I could see right away this is going to be a fantastic set. Look at the sizes in there. You can see here it looks like it's going from 6mm to 24mm. So let's take a closer look and see if this is complete or if there's any skips or what's going on this new set. Alright, so let's zoom in and take a closer look here. Okay, so it looks like we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. There's no skips. This is a pretty generous tool set. It's going from 6 to 24 on your shallow and deep. This would be great to just buy right out the gate, and you'll have from 1 inch all the way down to a 1/4 inch deep and shallow on SAE and metric measurements with a breaker bar and their new style ratchets. Now on the new style ratchets, the straight ratchets are okay. I'm not a huge fan of the flex head ratchets, but the straight ratchets are okay, particularly that long, extra long 3/8 I use a lot. But yeah, the flex head ratchets you might want to stay away from. So taking a look here, it looks like they basically overhauled their socket sets, and they got way more sockets in there with no skips, breaker bars in the sets. They got SAE and metric together, got the new ratchet designs in there. So you can see they definitely been stepping up and improving products tremendously. That's why I like Tekton. You know, they're a good company and they do got pretty good stuff. Also, if we keep scrolling down here, it looks like they do sell socket sets, you know, without having to buy the whole set with the ratchet, the extension, the universal. If you just want to pick up some deeps or some shallows in a set, looks like they do have a set, and they are complete. Looks like this one is going from 4 to 14mm, and then on the SAE measurements we got 5/32 all the way to 9/16. So they are selling individual sets of sockets without having to buy it with, you know, ratchets and extensions and things like that. All right, so that's what's new under 6 points. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll scroll back out and take a look at what else is new. Okay, so let's move down here to socket accessories. So I'm just skimming over this stuff. You know, feel free to check it out if you get some spare time, but I'm just skimming over. You know, we can see here that they got some longer extension sizes coming in sets. We see this is a little 4-piece set here, and we got a 6-inch bar, 9-inch bar, 12-inch bar for $18, which is, you know, an excellent price. And we'll move down here on this 3/8 drive extension set, 3-piece. It looks like there's a 10-inch bar, 18-inch bar, and a 24-inch bar. So I know for a fact Tekton's never had an extension this long. I don't think they carried anything, you know, longer than an 18-inch extension. So you know, so these are new extensions, and it's got this little knurled edge, I believe is what you call that, for those who like that. So you can, put your finger on it if your finger is oily, and you still be able to work with it without it slipping out your hand. So I know a lot of people like those. To me, it doesn't really matter. It's like maybe some new universal joints here. So they may have redesigned everything. Looks like some new adapters and things like that. I have some of their adapters before, the originals, and I didn't see anything wrong with them. So they were pretty strong. So I don't know if they make these even stronger, or if they just designed them better, or what have you. But so they do have these little sets here, so you might want to check that out. And you can see the prices on them. Excellent price, $45 for all this stuff right here. You just can't beat Tekton's prices. All right, so moving on up, let's see what's next. All right, so moving on down, they now have universal joint sockets, which is a must-have for any auto technician. So it looks here like they have a metric and SAE set here of the universal joint sockets. So let's click on it and get a close-up on it. So on the SAE side, we got 3/8 all the way to 3/4, and then on the metric, we got 10 millimeter, no skips, all the way to 19 millimeter on your swivel sockets. So this is coming soon, and it looks like this set's gonna be $200, which is a very fair price for a tool that's like extremely useful. And then here's another, looks like perhaps a smaller set, 10 through 19 and 3/8 to 3/4, instead of the other set, which actually went from 6 to 19. So they do have a smaller set if you want it in the case. And then down here, they just have them on a socket rail from 6 to 14 millimeter for $70, and then on the SAE, 3/8 to 3/4. In the Imperial sizes. So you got different options here, and this stuff is coming this summer. And if all you just need is like a basic 10 through 19 on a socket rail, $85. I mean, you can't beat that. All right, so now let's take a look down here at spark plug sockets. So they got some new spark plug sockets. Looks like you can buy them in a set. All right, 5/8, 3/4, and 13/16, which is pretty standard in spark plug sizes. So they got new spark plug sockets coming out. Now I don't know if these are magnetic or if they have rubbers in them. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so it is a spark plug. It has a rubber grommet down inside the spark plug, which is handy when removing spark plugs, but could be detrimental when installing. Personally, I'm not a fan of spark plugs that have rubbers in them. I prefer spark plugs with magnets. So anyway, moving down to 12-point sockets. So it looks like the same thing we looked at on our 6-point, but of course they have it in 12-point. So if you need that 12-point set, you can get it in 12-point. And looks like on the 12-point they also have the big boys, the 3/4 inch. Clear up to 50 millimeter. So starting at 19, clear up to 50 millimeter. So that's their 12-point, and then of course you can buy the sockets individual with just the 12-point. So this is going to be all their new 12-point stuff. All right, guys. So moving on down to the bit sockets, and it looks like they got a new lineup of bit sockets, which is really nice and great prices. For example, you guys remember I bought these extra long Allen sockets from Tekton and did a review on those, but I had to buy the metric set and the SAE set separately because they didn't have them together. Well, now you can buy this set together in one case, which is really nice. So, and they also got, looks like somewhat of a master set. And it looks like there's quite a few bits in here, long and short. So let's zoom in and take a closer look. You see you got flathead bits in there. You got Phillips tips on there. You got Allen sockets in here. You can see we got Torx in here. Looks like we got your regular star pattern, and we have uh, the type for the security screws. So we got those in there. Most your typical common sizes, all the way up to T60. So that's a pretty complete set. And then down here we got some long bits, extra long, flat Phillips. We got Allen sockets. Also, we got long Torx bits. So this looks like a pretty nice set for 180 bucks. I really don't see how you can go wrong on a set like this for 180 bucks. I'm pretty sure this thing will come in real handy. All right, so moving on to the next thing they got coming out this summer, and we'll move on down here to external star sockets. Okay, so it looks like they are carrying your basic Torx and E-Torx sockets. Looks like you could get a whole set. Let's see what it's ranging from. So it looks like you got your E4 all the way to an E20, which is pretty decent. And then on the Torx sockets, so you got a T10, T15, T20, T25, T27, T30, T40, yeah, this is pretty typical all the way up to T60. So I would like to see it go up to T70, but this is a pretty decent set. Over here, with fewer sockets in there, like smaller set, if you will, and then you can just buy, without having the Torx. If you just need the E-Torx, you can just buy the sockets. So moving on. All right, so moving on down to the next item, socket organizers, and I believe it's just socket rails. So there's nothing special here. So anyway, guys, this was all the new stuff from Tekton. Just wanted to show you guys all the stuff that they have coming out. So I also did get a lot of subscribers that wanted us to go the Tekton route on the gift card, and thought that a Tekton gift card would be the best way to go, which I don't disagree with at all. But I searched the website high and low, and I cannot find anywhere on the website where they offer a gift card. So I'm gonna try to call Tekton and see if that's an option that's available. But I really don't think you can buy a gift card through Tekton yet. So we may not be able to get a Tekton gift card on this giveaway, but I will look into it a little bit further. Okay, guys, I hope you liked the video. Just wanted to share with you guys some of the newest stuff by Tekton that's coming out this summer. You can see that most of their tools are a pretty good price, very affordable. They give you quite a bit of tools for the money. Most of their sets are complete with no skips. Definitely a solid option to go with Tekton. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. You guys know I am a big Tekton fan. Not so much the ratchets. I think the flex head ratchets aren't that great. I do like the extra long straight ratchet, but for the most part, I'm not the biggest fan of Tekton ratchets. But with that being said, everything else by Tekton, I haven't had no issues with, and I think is a pretty solid tool. And if you do any research on Tekton and search tool reviews, you'll likely find that most people also like Tekton tools as well, and they do have some pretty decent stuff. So anyway, guys, this is Brian916. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. All right, guys, well, here's a new commercial space that I'm renting out. So currently, I still have that other place that I'm renting out while I'm getting this one ready. But that lease will be up soon, and I'll be in this place full time. So as you can see, it's a work in progress here. I got a electrician that came in the other day and took all the wiring out of this little framed in section that was built here. This is actually not part of anything structural. they just framed this in and built this little section because this warehouse was a marijuana grow house. And so, you know, they had this thing set up here where they had plants all along here and was getting light and water. And then they also, they put up these little heat shields up here, and they actually was running AC in here to keep this unit nice and cool for the plants. So like I said, I got a contractor that is gonna come in here and bust all this stuff down. This wall right here, all this stuff's gonna be tore down here. So of course you guys see I got a little yard space, so I'm gonna put, you know, some of my inventory out there once we get all that cleaned up. And inside here, even though I'm not doing auto repair for the general public like I used to, I still will do auto repair for quality people and some of my premium customers, if you will. So this little bit of stuff here I've been doing myself before I got a hold of a contractor. Anyway, I found one and was able to make a trade deal with him. So this is the trade deal that I'm making with the contractor. And so he wanted a work vehicle, a new work vehicle. So I found this on Copart. I got this for $700, and it has a knocking engine in this van. So we basically are doing an even swap trade deal, and I'm going to pull a motor out of this van here and clean it up for him, or have someone come out and clean it up. But I could probably just pressure wash this out for him. It doesn't have to be pretty. It is for a contractor. But anyway, it's just a 5.74 motor. In exchange, he's doing all the work in here, demoing all this stuff out and knocking all these walls down. And I'm also gonna have, once all the stuff is gone in here, out this door here, I'm gonna have them build in just a small little pocket area. So if I have my kids with me, they'll be in there, or some way away from the office, a little private area away from the office. So that's what's new with Brian 916. So you guys know about my Altima. This needs a transmission. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap the transmission in this after I finish this vehicle over here. Actually, I just finished a Honda timing belt in here. You can see the old timing belt. It was a Honda Accord, so I did the timing belt, balance shaft belt, valve cover gasket, cam seals, all the seals in there, balance shaft seals, etc. So the customer just came and picked that vehicle up. So I thought while I'm here, I'd show you guys what's new with Brian 916. Also, this toolbox here belongs to Des the Auto Tech. So Des got his toolbox up here yesterday. These are his tools here as well, sitting on this bench. So I hired Des. He's gonna be back working with me full time. He's gonna be my mechanic, basically, when I go and buy vehicles. I mean, obviously I'm gonna be working on vehicles too, but he's gonna work on a majority of them because I have to do a lot of DMV paperwork on the sales aspect of the business. So Des is gonna be my mechanic. So he'll be back, and so I just got a few things here. You can see I've actually been working here and done a couple jobs here, and I'm actually getting ready to throw the transmission in this Nissan. So anyway, guys, I guess I'll just show you the office really quick. And yeah, that's what's new with Brian 916. All right, so here's the office space in here. Not too big, not too small. So we'll get a little AC unit put in the wall somewhere. I'll have my contractor do that stuff. But so that's what's new with Brian 916. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Got my sidekick with me today, Ava.
Thanks for watching.
And I'll see you guys on the next one.